Hello, friends. Welcome to Storyspeak English. Today, we will hear a magical story called The Fisherman and the Glass Sea. This story teaches us about choices, regrets, and wisdom. Before we begin, let's learn some important words. Listen carefully and repeat after me. Fisherman, a man who catches fish. Sea, a very big water body, like the ocean. Glass, something clear, see-through, shiny like a window. Regret, sadness about something you wish you had done differently. Choice, a decision, picking one thing instead of another. Past, what already happened in life. Future, what has not happened yet. Wise, smart with life experience. Repeat after me. Fisherman, sea, glass, regret, choice, past, future, wise. Very good. Now, let's begin the story. The story long ago, by a quiet shore, there lived a fisherman named Elias. Every morning, he sailed his small wooden boat into the wide blue waters. The sea gave him fish, and the fish gave him food and money to live. He was not rich, but he was honest, hardworking, and kind. Yet, Elias often wondered about his life. What if I had chosen another path? He asked himself. What if I had traveled far? What if I had studied books? What if I had married differently or saved more money? Like many of us, Elias carried regrets in his heart. One day, Elias sailed farther than ever before. He chased a school of silver fish beyond the horizon. The sky was pale, the wind was soft, and suddenly the sea began to change. The waves grew still. The water grew clearer, clearer, until Elias looked down and gasped. The sea was like glass, smooth, shining, see-through like crystal. And beneath it, Elias saw something strange. Not fish, not rocks, not seaweed, but scenes of his own life. He saw himself as a young boy, laughing and playing on the sand. He saw himself as a teenager, holding his father's fishing net for the first time. Then the glass sea shifted, and he saw other things, things that never happened. He saw himself traveling to a faraway city, becoming a trader. He saw himself learning letters and books, becoming a teacher. He saw himself choosing another wife, raising children he had never known. The fisherman trembled. This sea? It shows me my choices, he whispered. It shows me not only what I did, but what I could have done. He leaned closer, staring deep. He saw regrets, moments when he had been selfish, when he had spoken harshly, when he had wasted time. But he also saw joys, the kindness he gave, the smiles he shared, the fish he gave to the hungry. Hours passed as Elias drifted on the glass sea. The sun rose high, then slowly began to set, painting the water gold. Still, he stared at the choices beneath. At last, he cried out, "Why do you show me this? Why do you show me the life I did not live?" And then a voice rose from the sea. It was soft, like water touching sand, yet strong like thunder beneath waves. The voice said, "Every choice is like a stone dropped into water. Ripples spread. You cannot see all of them, but they shape the world. What you see below are the ripples of paths not taken." Elias asked, "But why do I feel regret? Why do I feel pain for things I cannot change?" The sea replied, "Regret is a teacher. It reminds you of what matters. But if you live only in regret, you drown in the past. If you live only in dreams, you drown in the future. The wise live in the present, shaping each moment with care." The fisherman's eyes filled with tears. He thought of the times he had wasted, worrying about what might have been. He thought of his wife waiting at home, of the villagers who depended on his fish. He thought of the laughter of children on the beach, who sometimes came running to him for stories. "Perhaps," Elias whispered, "I already have enough. Perhaps my choices, though small, still carry meaning." The glass sea shimmered as if smiling. "Yes," the voice said. "Every life is full of roads not taken, but you walk only one. Walk it well. Elias closed his eyes. For the first time, his heart felt light. The regrets did not vanish, but they no longer chained him. He understood. Regrets are part of being human, but they do not have to rule us. When Elias opened his eyes again, the sea had turned back to water, deep and blue. The glass was gone. The waves rolled gently, and the wind filled his sail. He turned his boat homeward. As he neared the shore, the children came running. "What did you catch today, fisherman?" They shouted. Elias smiled. He gave them a few silver fish and said, "I caught something more precious than fish. I caught wisdom." That night he sat with his wife. He looked at her face, older, lined with years, yet gentle and familiar. He held her hand and thought, "This was one of my best choices." And from that day forward, Elias lived differently. He still fished, he still worked, but he no longer wasted his heart on regrets. He laughed more, gave more, and taught the young that every choice matters. And when he died, many years later, the villagers remembered him not just as a fisherman, but as a wise man who had learned from the glass sea, reflection and moral. Now, dear friends, think about Elias's story. What did he learn? He learned that regret is part of life, but we must not let it steal our joy. He learned that every choice, big or small, shapes who we are. He learned that the past cannot change, but the present and future can be lived with wisdom. Can you say with me, wise choices make a wise life? Review vocabulary. Let's repeat the words one more time. Fisherman, sea glass, regret, choice, past, future, wise, great work. Thank you for listening to The Fisherman and the Glass Sea. This is Storyspeak English, where every story helps you learn, grow, and speak better English. See you next time.